Certainly don't put your hands behind your back. Right now, you're being placed under arrest for operating while intoxicated, okay?
I'm not intoxicated. Sir, I'm not intoxicated. I blew zeros.
An Iowa teenager is suing his hometown after he says he was arrested for an OWI while he was completely sober.
You know, when he accused me of being drunk, that's when I got really confident because I knew it was going to go one way and it was going to go my way.
Before we get into this body cam footage, pay close attention to how quickly a routine traffic stop spirals into something much bigger. A college football player is pulled over for a headlight issue and driving with his brights on, but within minutes, the encounter shifts from a simple equipment violation to a full-blown impaired driving investigation. The twist? The driver insists he's completely sober from the very beginning and repeatedly asks for a breath test. As this unfolds, watch the officer's observations, the driver's responses, and the decisions made at each stage. By the end of this video, you'll have to decide for yourself. Was this thorough police work a major misunderstanding or something else entirely?
19-year-old Taven Galanakis is a freshman at William Penn University, where he's a wide receiver for the school's football team. But on the weekend of August 28th last year, he was about an hour north in his hometown of Newton, Iowa.
Yeah, so I was coming home from one of my friend's house. We were just watching some football, and I looked around like, I think it was 11:30 if I can remember right. And I had a headlight out. So it was raining, it was cloudy and all of that, really dark. So I used my brights.
Galanakis says one of his headlights was out, so he put on his brights within city limits. That's when Newton police officer Nathan Winters pulled him over.
Hi there.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good.
My name's Officer Winters with the Newton Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is because you have your bright lights on.
Yeah, I have a headlight out, so I just keep my brights on.
Okay, well that's not legal.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Yeah, I turn when a car comes by, I turn them off, but like.
Well, you didn't with me.
Oh, you weren't close enough though. You were like you were a while back.
It has to be within 500 feet.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
And you're not supposed to have your brights on in the city limits.
My fault.
You got your license, registration, insurance with you?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it pulled me over. So then once he pulled me over, he began to be really hostile. And I could tell by the way, like right when he got to my window, just asking me if I had anything to drink right away, you know? So it was just one of those things I was like, it's going to be like that. So, you know, I try to keep my calm, keep my cool.
Where are you coming from?
Friend's house.
Okay. Anything to drink over there?
Nope.
I didn't hear what you said.
Is one of these? Need one of these right here?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good start. That's the registration.
Body camera video shows Galanakis give Officer Winters his license, registration.
At this point, the stop is entering a critical phase. Once an officer begins asking a driver to exit the vehicle and starts questioning them about alcohol or drugs, they're typically trying to determine whether there's enough evidence to justify a DUI or OWI investigation. What's interesting here is that the driver appears cooperative and isn't refusing commands. Notice how he's already pushing for clarity while the officer focuses on gathering indicators of impairment. In DUI investigations, officers are trained to look for a collection of clues rather than relying on a single observation. But here's the question for you. Based on what you've seen so far, do you think there's enough evidence to escalate this stop, or would you still consider this a routine traffic encounter?
And insurance information. After that, he's asked to get out of the vehicle.
All right, that'll work. I'm going to have you hop out with me, okay?
Cool. Car on or off?
You could probably leave the car off. Do me a favor, put your gum on your dash there.
Put my gum on my dash?
Yeah.
Officer Winters then asks Galanakis whether he has any weapons or drugs on him.
We're going to go back here, okay?
Cool.
You don't have anything on you? No bombs, guns, drugs?
No bombs or no drugs.
Okay, let's go back here.
After that, the officer leads Galanakis into the front seat of his squad car.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
None.
What do you mean none?
I've had nothing to drink.
Okay. Why would your eyes be watery and bloodshot?
You want to blow me real quick?
I don't want to blow you.
Well, I told him that. I said, hey, blow me. And then he turned it into something sexual right after that. So at that point, I know who I'm talking to. You know, he's not really professional.
Galanakis tells Law and Crime Network he wanted to take a breathalyzer exam right away because he didn't have anything to drink.
You know, when he accused me of being drunk, that's when I got really confident because I knew it was going to go one way and it was going to go my way. So I confidently said, hey, let's take that breathalyzer test. And
on the body camera video, Galanakis can be heard repeatedly asking to take a breathalyzer test.
Let's do the breath now. 2 for 2.
This is where the interaction becomes especially noteworthy. The driver is repeatedly asking to take a breathalyzer test immediately, while the officer continues moving forward with standardized field sobriety testing. For viewers unfamiliar with the process, field sobriety tests are designed to assess balance, coordination, attention, and the ability to follow instructions. However, nerves, weather conditions, stress, fatigue, and even the pressure of being investigated can sometimes affect performance. The driver clearly believes a breath test will settle the issue right away, while the officer appears determined to complete the full impairment evaluation. What would you prefer in this situation? Go straight to the breath test, or complete the entire series of roadside tests first?
And make sure. Blow me too, man. Give me a little blow.
I will.
Blow zeros.
I will here in a minute.
Let's blow real quick. Stop doing all these damn tests. Let's blow. Let's get to business.
But first, Officer Winters asks Galanakis to perform a series of field sobriety tests.
Can you see my finger clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I know the drill.
All right, so I want you to put your left foot on the line. Okay. Take your right foot, put it in front of your left foot with the heel of your right foot touching the toe of your left foot, just like this, okay?
But when Galanakis performs a walking test, Officer Winters can be heard saying he's not following directions.
Off one.
So you want to get to 9. I guess, so how do I turn?
Take a series of small steps. Stops walking 13 steps. Improper turn. How many steps did I say to take?
Like 8 or 9?
I said 9. Why'd you take 14 and then 15?
I thought you were going to tell me when to turn.
I said to count your steps out loud.
And I try to recall directions like, hey, can you tell me again? And he wanted to state them clearly, so I tried my best. And he said I took 1 extra step. When on the 9-step test, he said I took 1 extra step. And I guess that's how he determined if I was drunk or high.
Galanakis admits he may have slipped up on the tests because he was nervous at the time.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe I slurred my words, you know, a little bit because I was nervous. But yeah, that's just basic nerves, you know what I'm saying?
All right, during this, keep your arms down your side. Why are you shaking so much?
It's freezing, man. Look at you, you got all these clothes on and I got shorts on and it's raining. And you false accusing me, so of course I'm going to be a little nervous. Yeah.
Watch carefully here because this is often where disagreements emerge in impaired driving cases. The officer is evaluating how well the driver follows instructions, remembers directions, maintains balance, and performs divided attention tasks. Meanwhile, the driver argues that any mistakes are the result of nervousness rather than impairment. That's an important distinction because field sobriety tests aren't pass or fail exams. They're based on an officer's interpretation of observed clues. Add in rain, cold temperatures, flashing emergency lights, and the stress of being accused of a crime, and you can see why these situations generate so much debate. Do you think nervousness alone can explain performance issues during these tests? Or should officers view those mistakes as legitimate warning signs?
Yeah, nothing to say.
After this, Galanakis is asked to perform multiple other field sobriety tests.
Is that 6 inches to you?
Yep. How did I tell you to count?
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. I honestly forgot how you told me, but I'm doing this pretty well.
So,
I
just follow my finger with your eyes and your eyes only and don't move your head, okay?
Gotcha.
After telling Galanakis he's likely impaired,
You're showing some very strong signs of impairment.
Am I?
Officer Winters finally performs a breathalyzer test.
All right, what I want you to do is make a tight seal around this and blow outwards like you're blowing up a balloon, okay?
Cool.
All right.
You ready?
Yep. Okay, you can relax. So I'm going to read you Miranda, okay? Right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you...
Now we arrive at the moment many viewers will focus on. The breath test appears to show a 0 alcohol reading, yet the investigation doesn't end. This surprises a lot of people, but officers can continue an impairment investigation if they believe drugs or another substance may be affecting a driver's ability to operate a vehicle safely. That's why the conversation immediately shifts toward possible marijuana use and other explanations for the officer's observations. The tension here is obvious. The driver sees the 0 result as proof of innocence, while the officer believes there are still unanswered questions. As you watch what happens next, ask yourself whether the investigation should have concluded at this point or whether additional scrutiny was justified.
You say Cannon will be used against you in a court of law?
While Officer Winters does not tell Galanakis the results of the test, the zeros can be seen on the body camera video. After that, he asks Galanakis when the last time he smoked weed was.
When's the last time you smoked weed?
I do not remember that.
Tonight?
No.
Okay, well I think it's tonight.
I've had no weed tonight.
Jasper 6:30 down on PVT.
What? Why do you think it's tonight? Why do you think I smoke? I blew zeros, so now you're trying to think I smoke weed. That's what's going on. You can't do that, man. You really can't do
Absolutely I can.
that. Is he allowed to do that?
Yes, he is.
So I blow zeros and you suspect drugs now.
Officer Winters again tells Galanakis he shows signs of being impaired.
I would, during my field sobriety, it is indicative of impairment. So let's be honest.
I'm being honest.
You smoked some weed at your friend's house?
No.
You hit a pin?
Nope.
Okay. Why is your field sobriety so poor?
What?
Why is your field sobriety so poor? And why are you so lethargic and slow moving and speaking with a slurred speech? And your eyes are watery and your eyes are bloodshot.
You know why they're watery? Right, because we're in rain right now, dumbass.
Galanakis tells the officer he doesn't smoke because he's on the college football team.
No weed. I don't smoke weed. I play college football. I told you that. We get tested every Friday.
Okay.
Don't smoke weed.
Today's Saturday.
Okay? It's 30. Weed stays on your for 30 days. So if I did a test next week, I'd be off the football team.
Body camera video then shows Officer Winters speaking with another officer, saying Galanakis hesitated when answering about smoking.
I said, when's the last time you smoked weed? And he hesitated for a long period of time and said, I honestly can't remember.
When Officer Winters comes back out of his squad car, he places Galanakis under arrest.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Right now you're being placed under arrest for operating while intoxicated, okay?
I'm not intoxicated. Sir, I'm not intoxicated. I blew zeros.
So I ended up getting put in cuffs because I blew zeros, and I get taken back to the department. And at that point, you know, it's real life. It's not a prank.
Galanakis is taken to the Newton Police Department, where he continues to maintain his sobriety.
Hey, sir. Hello. I didn't do anything wrong either. He made me blow at blew zeros, and now he's accusing me of being on drugs.
A drug recognition expert later determined Galanakis was not intoxicated at the time he was pulled over. Galanakis requested the body camera video after his arrest and decided to post it to social media. Galanakis' edited body camera video now has more than 1 million views on YouTube.
When I posted the video to Facebook and all of that, the whole town was telling me about their similar, experiences and all that. And if I'm seeing all these comments about people saying they're dealing with the same thing from the same police department, we got a mess to clean up. And I feel like that's my job. With the exposure I got to clean up the mess. And I'm okay with doing that. Well, with the publicity my video got, I really hope, it upbrings the corruption in Newton and other towns that have this, similar issues. But yeah, with the exposure of the video, I think it should just show them, hey, we need to do something better. Because what they're doing is not right.
Galanakis tells Law and Crime Network he decided to pursue legal action after an outpouring of support online.
I really started getting inboxes on Facebook, Instagram, and all of that, not from lawyers, but from people that wanted me to talk to their lawyer. So it was just maybe the lawyer's family members reached out to me saying, hey, I know a really good lawyer, blah, blah, blah.
Galanakis filed a lawsuit in U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Iowa against the city of Newton and its police department. The court documents allege Galanakis' civil rights were violated and that the department is guilty of false arrest.
This case ultimately became far more than a traffic stop. What began as a headlight and bright light violation evolved into an OWI arrest, a negative alcohol test, a later evaluation reportedly finding no intoxication, viral social media attention, and eventually a lawsuit alleging false arrest and civil rights violations. Supporters argue the arrest should never have happened, while others point out that officers are expected to investigate any signs they believe may indicate impairment. Regardless of where you stand, this incident highlights the importance of officer discretion, documentation, accountability, and public trust during roadside investigations. The courts will determine the legal outcome, but the body cam footage gives the public an opportunity to evaluate every step for themselves. If you found this breakdown as intense as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-life body cam breakdowns.